I heard that the British commentator David Icke was banned from YouTube. Inappropriate content. Over on Vimeo, you can watch David Icke's interview with London Real, and I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if I will. Um, I'm pretty familiar with David Icke. He's a social critic more than anything. And what he's critical of is the lack of love in human society. Now, it's not so much, love between, I don't know, teenage lovers or something. It's not between men and women. It's mostly um, lack of love between people who don't know one another. Basically, that's the issue that David Icke has with planet Earth. You know, it's basically elite people and their lack of love for people who aren't elite. Now, why would YouTube say it's inappropriate for him to talk about this? Maybe he names certain names of the elite. Maybe he says these elite people have got really perhaps Luciferian ideas about what to do on planet Earth. Luciferians, according to various other commentators, are killers. On planet Earth, if you're pink in certain countries, we're told that it's a reason for you to be killed. Saudi Arabia, for example, if you're a homosexual in Saudi Arabia, well, the king has decreed that they're going to use a sword and chop off your head. Other stories are you'll be taken to the top of a building and pushed off the roof to your death. Lately, they've been saying Poland is a place that has become very unfriendly to homosexuals. Indonesia is another place. The year is 2020. And we have states that encourage this. I can't tell you, but my feeling is these states need to be paved over with asphalt. These states are, they remind me of the Spanish Inquisition conducted by the Roman Catholic Church, where they burned people for the reason, well, we've found you guilty of being a witch. They burned people at the stake. In other words, they took a large pole, a wooden pole, and they tied you to it. And then they took a lot of sticks, a lot of wood, and built a bonfire around you. And they burnt you alive. This is the Roman Catholic Church. This was supposed to be a church that was going to represent Jesus Christ on planet Earth. So the parallel is, if you're a witch and you're attached to a wooden stake, a wooden pole, the church burnt you. Jesus was nailed to a cross and hung until he was dead. Somehow, the Roman Catholic Church is an abomination. An abomination is a religious term. It means the most low, disgusting, vile, hateful, satanic thing. That's what this church has stood for a hell of a long time. Someone's going to say, well, the Spanish Inquisition was a long time ago. I haven't heard the Roman Catholic Church apologize for the way that they treat humans. I haven't heard a pope yet say the way that we treated homosexuals was incorrect. I don't know if they ever apologized for the Spanish Inquisition. I keep wondering, why the hell would you belong to this church, given its history? If you belong to the Roman Catholic Church, and I have family members that do, I look at you and I say, you're a bunch of fucking losers. They say to me, well, take what you want out of it, what resonates with you, and leave the rest. I say, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. Why do you encourage this generation after generation? In Canada, in certain provinces of Canada, the state pays to support the Roman Catholic schools that educate children. It was basically a way to win votes decades ago. But the state is still paying for Roman Catholic schools. Once in a while, the children are sent off to the church. I don't see a reason to have a Roman Catholic school system. It seems like needless duplication. And it always reminds me of the way that Roman Catholics have treated humans on earth. It keeps reminding me of the unbelievable abuse of children by priests. There's endless stories about the history of planet Earth and religion. The Pope giving the kings of Europe the right to go and conquer foreign lands. You just get on your ship and you just go sail over to the Americas. And you just declare, well, this land, even though it's occupied by humans, you just declare, well, this land is now territory of this king or that European king. And then we're going to send the missionaries there, and we're going to force the people to adopt Christianity. We're going to push them off the land. We're going to give them European diseases. We're going to lie to them. We're going to make agreements with them and then break the agreements. We're going to force march them off the land that we want to some other land that we don't want so much. We're going to steal the children from their families and put them in boarding schools and have them educated by nuns. We're going to force them to lose their culture, their languages, and learn ours. And then we're going to still look down on them because they're the wrong color. It's difficult to tell you, but religion is a pestilence on the face of planet Earth. It indoctrinates young people. It's brainwashing. It's brainwashing. And the idea that you can, be part of this church or the Muslim faith, you can be part of that, take the good and leave the bad, is disgusting. You can't. These institutions are horror stories. It's time for them to be abolished.